Ladies and gentlemen, we have Trump. We have Kamala. I don't think that's what the American people deserve. It's time that a qualified candidate steps up to represent the American people. Ladies and gentlemen, I am running for President of the United States of America. And there's nobody else I want by my side more than my VP pick, Jacob Avilion. Now, let me share my screen here, and let me walk you through what you would get with me and Jacob as your President and Vice President of the United States. McClellan Avilion, 2024.
As it should be.
We just aren't going to be visual on my video, but campaign promises. The foundation of this campaign. What will you be getting as American citizens? Starting off. Bringing back the YouTube dislikes being visible.
This is what the people have been asking for.
This
for
is
years.
point number one. If you're clicking on a how-to video that sucks, you can't just immediately glance at likes and dislikes and get that information.
You know how many Pokemon tutorials that was such a cheat code for? Because you had people making fake videos on how to find Mewtwo and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire and shit and all that stuff. And you clicked on it and you immediately saw the like to dislike ratio and you knew I don't have to waste 8 minutes watching this video because it's going to be a waste of time.
Nothing
I miss that.
Nothing was
I
better
miss
than
being able to do that.
watching a bad YouTube apology video, looking down and just seeing an absurd amount of dislikes.
Imagine Karma by JoJo Siwa being able to see the dislike button on that song. Okay, there are so many funny things we could be doing with the dislike button that they have taken from us.
Yes.
And quite frankly, you can still see your impressions as a YouTuber. You still know whether people are fucking with it or not. You know what I mean?
But you hide that information from the American people.
The American people are tired of having their rights taken away from them, and I think we are going to attempt to make YouTube dislikes part of the First Amendment of the Constitution.
Next, this one is very near and dear to my heart because I love women.
I too love women.
Love them. So the second promise in this campaign: free menstrual products.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That is gross. Not their fault, but that's gross. That needs to be taken care of, respectfully. They want it. They deserve it. They didn't choose this. Their body. We need to help them.
Mm-hmm.
Free.
It's a natural process that they have no control over. Just is what it is. Shit happens. And I don't feel as though they should be financially punished for that.
No.
Neither does Braden. This is why we have decided free menstrual products for all.
What financial burden comes, this necessity comes with being a man?
None that I can think of.
Nothing that I can think of either.
So why should there be one for women?
There shouldn't be. Because this campaign is run on equality.
Yes, sir.
There's not a tax to be a man. There should no longer be a tax to be a woman.
Truths of power.
Third promise. Getting ratioed on any platform results in jail time.
If you get cooked hard enough, you should be institutionally punished for it.
How long you're there?
Depends
what
on how
type
bad
of
the
prison
ratio
you go
is.
to? Very much depends on the scale of the ratio of the ratio, the context of what's being talked about.
There are extra harsh penalties for obvious rage bait. If you're on an NFL Instagram post and you say something like Patrick Mahomes isn't even a top 16 quarterback in the NFL, I'm not even going to wait for somebody to ratio you. You're going straight to jail. Full stop.
I think me and my partner might have to discuss this. I think obvious rage bait gets like a week in jail, maybe.
Yes, but they go straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
No due process, no trial. Obvious rage bait, you're going straight to jail. We will violate your rights.
Campaign promise number 4. Baseball's no longer on national television. With one key exception. I will let playoffs on TV. The stakes are high enough. I will let playoffs be on TV. But 182 games for each team? No way am I subjecting the American people to that.
Taking up all the airwaves for this garbage. No, get that shit off my television screen and let's watch CoComelon.
Yes. CoComelon will become nationally recognized as the television show of America. We will all be watching CoComelon at noon. That's a joke. American people, I would never do that.
I'm only half joking.
But baseball's gone.
Baseball's gone.
Promise
We can
number
all get
5.
behind this.
I'm either pardoning Tay-K or I'm building a full rap studio within his jail cell. I need more music from him. It's been 8 years since we've gotten anything new.
I think you and I can discuss this one further. I'm definitely leaning towards the latter. I'm not opposed to the idea. I think a full pardon, just because somebody makes good music, we may be betraying our values a bit here, and we should still be fair to the American people.
I don't think he was the shooter, but all right.
However, I am opposed to giving, or I'm not opposed to giving him the means with which to produce more music from his cell.
I mean, we could free him, just not anywhere near us.
I think we could provide
Although he's directly next to me. He's in Bexar County Jail.
Due to his status and due to the things he provides, I think we could make exceptions for him, such as getting him set up in his own studio, getting him better provisions within his cell, perhaps to keep the morale up so that he continues to want to make music. But I think there are things we can do to make this happen.
I mean, have you heard The Race? Have you heard Megamind?
I have in fact heard The Race.
Have you heard I Heart My Choppa? Have you heard Lemonade? Have you
I
heard?
don't know that I've heard anything besides The Race. If I'm being
you got to catch up, brother. This man had such pure talent.
I don't disagree with you.
Gosh, I think about it all the time. I really think about it all the time. Clearly, since it's one of the pillars
when we win the election, it's something we can do day one. We can implement whatever strategy we come up with.
Right. Quick pardon. I mean, anyways,
we'll discuss that one further.
Promise number 6. There's 7. These last 2 might be a little more serious and not within our power as president and vice president, but I'm still going to campaign on them. Term limits for members of Congress.
Braden, I have bad news. Members of Congress already have term limits. It's the judges we need to give the term limits to.
I thought members of Congress have term limits? I thought they didn't.
Senators have 6-year term limits, and House of Representatives.
No, but they can run like again and again. Like president has, you can only run twice.
Right.
You only beat twice.
I think there's 3. Shit. Uh-oh.
I know they have years. They have that. I know that part.
No, I mean, hang on. Let me see.
Because I always hear this one thrown out there, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Oh no, there are no term limits to. Never mind. Yes, term limits for Congress. This is fucking ridiculous.
This is why I'm president. He's vice president, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah,
that was also entirely my idea. For me to be VP, I elected myself VP. But
we don't need them there for an eternity.
No, we need new ideas. We need fresh ideas.
Fresh ideas. We don't need these career politicians. Being a politician should be a public service, not this career that people have twisted and used like they've been doing.
If your life was a book, it should be a chapter or 2. It should not take up a prominent amount of space in the book of your life. This should not be all you are known for throughout your existence. This should be 4, 8, maybe 12 years of your life. And the rest of your life is spent being a lawyer or whatever. Like
being a senator, being longer than a president can be a president, that's fine. I don't know what year I would draw at the line at. We'll discuss that as we move forward and get feedback from the American people, because that's what this campaign will also be built on, is listening to you guys. But there will be a line drawn, but I cannot guarantee where it will be drawn.
Yes.
Final point. And I think this one is a big one. Not allowing politicians to partake in the stock market while in office.
This is actually something that is in the works right now.
Yes, a bipartisan bill has been introduced.
Well, bipartisan. It was 16 Democrats and 4 Republicans. It's hardly bipartisan, but yes.
Why are you like this?
I'm just look. It's an 80-20 split, man. That is not no damn bipartisan. All right, I'm just saying. That's bipartisan in name alone. But yes, correct. There is a bill that has been put forth by 20 different members of Congress that all said, "Hey, this is insider trading, by the way, which is illegal for literally everyone else. It should be illegal for us too." And they are correct. It should be illegal for them too. There's no exception should be made here. We're going to push heavily for this.
All right, these are the points I've brought to the table.
I would like to add an 8th. Oh, well, I have my own plans.
I would hope so.
I was going to say, no more life sentences for judges. Judges should not be serving for life. They should be elected just like everybody else, and they should have terms too. They should be held accountable to voters, not executive officials that appoint them.
I haven't thought too hard about this. I can't jump on you on that or against that. I haven't thought about it. So
then you and I will have to discuss it further when we convene again.
Any other plans?
My plans. Okay.
If you have any.
I didn't know there were no bullet points for this.
Well, I didn't know what you were going to come with. I was just going to toss it over to you.
Enough. My plans as VP. I think I really like my cat. My cat's a pretty cool guy. So I've decided that if we were to win the election, I'm going to have to anoint Bowie as our Speaker of the House.
Okay.
He's a good boy. I think he'd do a good job.
Anything else?
I think that's all.
All right.
Oh, and then Dr. Pepper will be the national drink of America.
I can get behind that.
Yeah, I figured as much. I didn't think I'd hear much argument from you there.
I can get behind, even though it's not my favorite soda, actually, but I can definitely.
But it's a staple for the two of us, for our brand. So.
Then, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the next part of this campaign. Let me tell you right now who my picks for the cabinet would be. Starting off with Secretary of State. Who do I think would be the best face of this country, good representative of this country that can go out there and interact with the other countries in this way? Jack Quaid.
I agree.
That's
Hands
my
down.
Superman.
That's my motherfucking Superman.
And who? Why would I not want Superman representing this country? Jack Quaid, Secretary of State.
Superman is an immigrant himself. He has no problem connecting with foreigners. I think this is perfect.
With foreigners.
with them damn non-American.
Secretary of Defense. I've thought long and hard about this. Who would I trust with this responsibility? Joe Rogan.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought this was gonna be Micah Parsons.
I didn't want to make this too sports heavy.
Well, I mean, I feel like Zekrom would be a pretty good Secretary of Defense. But
who?
Zekrom.
The Pokemon?
Yeah, Zekrom. You gonna tell me Zekrom wouldn't be a good Secretary of Defense?
I first of all, look at Joe Rogan. You getting through that? You getting past that?
Zekrom's getting past that pretty easily, might I add.
I choose.
Micah Parsons is getting past.
I
that.
chose humans for everything except for one. Spoilers, but let's. Joe Rogan, I would trust with the defense of this country more than anyone.
All right, that's God responding to you. By the way, I don't know if you can hear it, but he's very angry with me.
I'll make it up to him with this next pick. I'm making him up with this next pick. Secretary of Treasury. Brett Favre.
my god! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Who else would you trust with that kind of money?
I mean, he's never mishandled funds in his life.
Never. He doesn't owe an absurd amount of money to the government.
Oh my fucking god!
Secretary of Treasury.
I'm in tears. Oh my
I knew you'd like that one.
Honorable mention: John Robinson, very good with funds. He notably did decide to pay AJ Brown, of course. So, I think Brett Favre is definitely.
I can't lie. I'm already forgetting who I have for some of these roles.
Bonus points for spelling his name correctly. By the way, a lot of people put the R before the G.
I did spell it like that, but it auto-corrected me.
Well, hey, one way or another, you got it done.
Secretary of Justice. The Twitter trending page. Who better to decide right and wrong in this country
than terminally online leftists? Yes, sir.
I would trust them with everything. They wait for the facts.
Always.
They wait for everything to come in and make a sound judgment.
Always.
They don't, factor in race, gender. They definitely don't factor in pretty privilege.
Oh, hell no.
They would not let somebody more attractive get away with something that a less attractive person would not.
No. Never.
No way.
Never in a million years.
Now, the Secretary of Interior, I actually had to Google what this actually was.
I think most presidents have. I don't think you're alone there. It's okay.
What I read was like it has to do with some environmental stuff and then also like our like the I don't want to call them provinces, but like other little places we own.
Yeah.
So for Secretary of Interior, I wanted somebody who would care about the environment. I wanted somebody who would be empathetic towards the people within these other places that fall under some control of America.
Absolutely.
So,
without question.
The perfect candidate of empathy and care for the environment. I went with a bad bisexual bitch with a septum piercing.
I think you're spot on. Not derogatory in a cunty way. It needs to be known.
I needed to make that crystal clear.
Not derogatory, bitch. All right. We don't use the word bitch with that connotation around here. It's Brat Summer. Okay. It's cunty. That shit's cunty. It's fucked.
Yeah. Who else could do this job better?
Nobody cares about the environment more than bad bitches with septum piercing.
Now, the Secretary of Commerce. Who do I want making these trades, doing these activities? I want David Mulugeta.
I think that's very much fair.
Who's making outstanding deals for his clients better than David? Mr. Mulugeta.
Not a soul.
Not a soul.
Nobody's doing it like he is.
Absurd red flags and possible criminal activities. You're getting the most guaranteed money ever.
Does not matter.
Doesn't matter. This is a miracle worker, and he would bring the American economy to the greatest heights it's ever been.
This man has dirt on every living person on the planet. There is no other explanation for how he manages to do what he does. But there's no exceptions to this. He has dirt on everyone. So no matter who we're trying to strike a bargain with, he's got pictures of their wives or something. He's got like old 8th grade photos of them that they don't like.
He has the extended Epstein flight log. He knows who he really got.
Oh, he knows who was on that island for business and who was on that island for pleasure. All right. We know what this man knows all. And due to this knowledge, I think I agree with you here. He's perfect for Secretary of Commerce.
Now, for the Secretary of Agriculture. This is a pretty clear one. A different bad bisexual bitch with a septum piercing.
Not derogatory. Once again, we need to reiterate, still just in a cunty way. And I agree.
You need a level of care, understanding, but boldness.
Boldness.
To lead this division here. Secretary of Agriculture.
She's got the lip piercing too.
Yeah. This is definitely someone specific. I definitely didn't just Google bisexual with a septum piercing. But now, Secretary of Labor. We need to become a working country again.
Mm-hmm.
So who better to usher that in than Tom Thibodeau?
God damn. All right, everyone. No more 15-minute breaks. No more lunch breaks.
No.
You are working all hours of the day. All right.
8-hour shift, full commitment, nonstop. 8 hours of just pure
you get
hustle.
One 30-second bathroom break. And if it's any more than 30 seconds, you're out. You're out of here. You're fired.
Now, this does come with the caveat that we will be extending the work week to a 6-day work week.
7. I beg your finest pardon. 7.5. Or excuse me, 6.5. 6.5.
I had to step in, pull him back a little bit. Now, Secretary of Health and Human Services. This was the easiest pick for me. Sam
Sulek.
This is what every American will look like by the end of our term.
And there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely nothing.
Nope.
School lunches will be overhauled with whey protein.
We will be injecting them all with Tren.
Yes. They'll start microdosing in middle school.
Yep.
Full injections by senior year of high school.
There will be Tren bologna sandwiches on the menu for all students in America.
And PE is now a mandatory class, regardless of no alternative way to get the credit. If you're an ROTC, you're still in PE. You're getting this work in. No more random little sports that you've never heard of being played. It's weight room. It's leg day. It's chest day. You're hitting arms. You're shredding your back. Sam Sulek will lead us into becoming the healthiest country in the world.
You were about to say in America.
No, I didn't know. You can't prove that. You can't prove that. Can't prove that.
We all heard it.
Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. Who do I trust to sit down and come with a well-scripted plan on what to do? Who's developing something the best?
Solve this housing crisis.
I went with Matt Reeves.
He can develop.
I trust him to come down with an excellent plan, start to finish.
I'm behind it.
And develop something beautiful.
He is the first person to make Gotham City look like Gotham City. Not that America needs to look like Gotham City, but when he has a vision, he can execute, and I think that's what we need to take away.
We might be getting a couple Gothams. But now, Secretary of Transportation. Kodak Black.
He's transporting.
Solely because of his song Transporting.
He do be transporting.
That is his entire qualification, but he gets him the job. Secretary of Education. Guy who street interviews drunk girls and makes fun of them for being stupid.
God damn it. Well, I mean, they do be educating folks.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Our test scores will skyrocket with these men leading our education.
I can't believe she said this.
You won't believe what she says. Secretary of Energy. Natasha. This dog is loaded up with energy. We might just have her go on a treadmill and power this country.
I have an orange cat, I'm just saying. Maybe they could co-parent that one. I don't know.
Secretary.
I guess Bowie's already Speaker of the House.
Secretary of Veteran Affairs. Selena Green Vargas.
Wait, well, I mean, this is a veteran affair we're talking about here. She might be picture perfect for the job.
She's picture perfect, all right. Camera ready for anything she needs to do for this role. If anyone's curious why this one's here, don't Google it.
Don't. There's no reason at all why Selena Greenbergus is here.
And then finally, Secretary of Homeland Security. Who's protecting us domestically?
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Starr.
I was going to say Secretary of Homelander Security is where we should be.
With one caveat. He wears the suit.
He wears the suit.
Any professional business he does under this role, he must wear the suit.
Anthony Starr has gotten into several bar fights, so you know he can square up. You know he can throw hands. I don't trust anybody else to defend us domestically.
I mean, just look at the suit.
I mean, I'm looking at the suit. I think he's the right man for the job.
Nobody could do it better than him.
No, hell
no. Please vote for us.
This is this part of the slideshow was brought to you by Sabrina Carpenter, of course. And yes, that's what she says in the song. Please vote Avillion or McClellan Avillion 2024.